I'm going to show you how my speech room is organized. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things I want to try and get done today. I'm giving myself the month of August to figure it out. Good morning. Hello. Welcome back to another vlog. I am getting ready to head out the door for the official first day of school. Last week and in the last vlog, you saw me getting back to work because we report back a few days before students start, but students start today. Preschoolers in my district don't start today. They start on Tuesday, tomorrow. But we are starting our day with a meeting with all the preschool staff, which we do every single school year. So like on this Monday when all the other students and teachers are starting in their classrooms, we all start together. And I believe it's a half-day meeting. They're gonna talk about like IEP things. They're gonna talk about curriculum things. It's a chance to collaborate with our teams. And so since I am split between sites, I think ultimately they try to do it where like we sit with our two teams, like my teams will sit with me, their SLP, so we can all work together and collaborate. So it'll be really good. I'm just excited for this week. It's gonna be a week of prep and planning. So my goal is to vlog today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. But Wednesday I do have a meeting and some training. So it may just be a Monday, Tuesday vlog, which I feel like you guys have enjoyed those, like more like day to maybe a couple days in the life, because then you get to see a lot more intricacies of what's going on. A big plan of mine today, I'm going to show you how my speech room is organized. I know last year in like one of my going back to school vlogs, I did show you guys that, but it changes every year and it changed a lot this year. And I feel like my room, and this is all thanks to my SLPA, my room feels so much more organized because in May, I was told I'd probably be moving classrooms into a smaller space. So I was like downsizing, purging a lot of stuff. And then 2 days before the end of the school year, or 3 days, we were told, never mind, you're not moving. So we unpacked all our boxes, but we had some time to sit and like label and organize things in different places where they made more sense and make it a lot more functional. I was able to give my SLPA like her very own materials cabinet because she needs that. And so it worked out very well. So I have a lot to share with you in terms of that in organization. So we'll get into that probably today. Yeah, I'll see you after the meeting most likely. Okay, we've made it back to our speech room. It is so hot outside. I just finished lunch and they had sparkling beverages in the staff lounge. So I'm really excited because I really like this flavor. It's the bubbly brand strawberry. I love me a good strawberry beverage. Our meeting was really good. It was a like 3-hour meeting and I forgot that one of my friends who is a BCBA, a board certified behavior analyst, was doing a short like training presentation kind of thing on preschool life skills, which is something that last year they were starting to implement more. And I actually got to work closely with a BCBA in my district and start to kind of pilot it at one of my sites, like where we work together to work towards honoring functional communication, honoring like looking at behavior as communication, and like teaching life skills in our circle time lessons and in center times and just throughout the day. So we talked about how we're going to be doing more of that this year and how we're going to align the core words that we're teaching throughout the months with those. I just wanted to get right down to it and show you the speech room organization. So first off, this is the desk area. Essentially, that's all you need to know, right? I don't really do a whole lot in these drawers. There you go. There's just like basic things in here. Keep everything that like I need on hand right near my desk in this filing folder organizer. So we have all of our like things we need for IEPs right here, cover sheets, parent questionnaires, like anything I'm gonna need to pull when I'm putting together a packet will be there. I do keep this whiteboard right here. This is really helpful in the spring when it's heavy IEP season, because then I will write initials down of all the upcoming IEPs, and then I'll put like little checklists of what like parent questionnaires have been sent out, where I'm at with that IEP, or what kind of an IEP it is. So that's very helpful. Highly recommend that. Got my calendar. I like having one that I just erase. I don't have to buy a new calendar every year. So that's nice. And then I talked about this in my last vlog, but just I have all of my helpful milestones here. These are not up to date, but the company's here if you're interested in looking for an up-to-date version of this poster. And then directly behind my desk, you could probably see it when I'm talking to the camera because that's where I'll be most of the time, is this bookshelf, which is my favorite thing right now in the speech room. I just like how it looks. All the books that I use, I downsized. I had almost double that amount of books and I got rid of so many that I was never using. But up here are like my adapted books. So any board books that I have put visuals in, you can see things that you can get, you know, hands-on with are there. And then these are also like some favorites that we'll use throughout the year if I want to take them into a center. But these are the main ones I'll use in like a center because you can do more in terms of play with books like this. I have our big core board, which we're kind of revamping how we're going to roll this out. But I do keep one in my speech room because we'll utilize it in speech sessions when we come in here. My very favorite children's book because I know the author and his mom. This is Mark, you guys. He and his mom wrote a children's book, and actually he signed this for me before we were even dating, so that's a really cute keepsake. I don't know why I have this one. I have so many copies, and this is the one I keep in my speech room. I should keep this safe at home because look how well loved it is. So loved. Everybody loves this book. I do have a kitchen. I rescued this kitchen and I'm super excited because it'll probably get more use this year. It'll be really good for like those more play-based sessions when we're doing, everybody loves kitchen, I've learned. So that'll be fun. I have a language board ready to go because we could pull out the ice cream set and do ice cream with it since it's so hot outside and that's very applicable right now. Love this poster. So I put it over here where the kids could see it. So while we're playing maybe during the speech session, we have our speech sound cues readily available. This is Little B. I love Little B. I use their app all the time. So now you can see my room from this angle. The kidney table, which I don't love getting a lot of use out of. If you know, you know. I love to be there or here during our session. So that's mainly where we'll be. But there are some moments, our tick sessions and certain things, or maybe some screener times where I might need to be there. I do have this lovely box, which we're gonna unpack together in a minute. It's full of all kinds of technology things that we're gonna equip our classrooms with. So I'm gonna show you what's in there in just a moment. If you're looking at the kitchen, we have a back counter here. I'm so grateful for all this counter space. This cabinet right here, like I was saying, my Slippa has this to herself. These are things that are leaving the room. I just can't figure out where they're gonna go yet. But that's where all her stuff goes. Plus she obviously, we share everything else, but when she travels to sites, she might need some of her own stuff. So that's her. I don't even know what's in this first drawer. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay. Things to make other things, basically. Drawer. I keep everything like felt and magnet tile. We actually found all these last year when we were cleaning. I forgot we had them and then didn't even know there was some that even existed in cabinets and, you know, whatever. So that was really exciting because they're all, these are PlaySpark, these are mine, but they're all categorized. So farm, ocean, so I can bring these in for centers and things. I'm real excited about that. This is my favorite drawer over here because it has all my Matt and Molly stories, which I love. It also has all my songboards. My big ones are here, and actually up here, I keep all my small songboards and my noisy stories. I've talked about these a ton. I will link them for you. You'll see me using these things in weeks to come when I'm planning. So don't worry if you're like, wait, what are all those things? I have big plans to show you guys everything that's here. If there is anything you see me using and you're like, wait, no, I specifically want a video on this or I want to know more about it, just pop it in the comments so I know, okay, I need to make sure I touch on this for you because I would love to give you more insight into what I use, how I use it. So make sure you're like, wait, post-it note, please talk about this sometime, okay? Okay, anyways. I have this cycles thing from Speechy Musings. If you're familiar, I love this. It's all kind of this, when you're doing the cycles approach, it's how you go in terms of that. This is full of things I don't know. Another catch-all, I guess. Oh, themes. I think this is actually, that's what we decided last year. We were gonna put a bunch of themed materials in here. And then this is like our to-do bin, whatever we're working on. So we have to go through this at some point this week and decide what needs to be trashed and what we're gonna continue working on. Dive into these cabinets because I think this very little organizational hearts are gonna be very pleased. So here you can see we went to town. Well, I don't say we, my Slippa went to town with a label maker. We have all AAC stuff here. And any like language specific activities are here. All of my language cards are right here, like the super duper ones, like the WH questions are all in there. Puzzles, all here. And then I just have some of like our favorite games back here. Stomp Rockets are always fun, but I got rid of so much, you guys, you have no idea. The Picky Kitty, like those reinforcer games are here right behind the Arctic cards, because that's typically how they'll get used, I would assume, but I don't know if I'll be using those a whole lot this year. It might be more play on the floor types of things. And then there's just more of those kinds of games down here, along with Bubbles, Ned's Head. So that's this cabinet. Oh, I also have all my like Easter eggs, little mini objects, like if you were to put them inside the Easter egg and have a game or an activity where, you know, you're talking about opening and then what's inside and all that, and maybe doing object functions. All of my puppets and stuffed animals are kind of crammed in this corner right now. I should like really just spread them out on top of the cabinets. That might be a better home for them. So maybe I'll do that at some point today to clean those up. In this tub are category mini objects. What do we have? Oh, my banana game, because I couldn't find the box to it last year because the student loved it too much. But I think we've located the box, so I gotta return it to its rightful home at my other site. My square goals. I've missed these so much. Oh, my big dice, big Lego type toys, or like early childhood toys. So Jack in the Box for good cause and effect. This is a roll and play, and you roll it, and then whatever color you land on, there are corresponding cards that have actions or sounds or things you can practice. Cushions and sensory things. So big cause and effect toys like Strike a Ball, more cause and effect toys, the blender, always a hit. Or like early toys to work on stacking, the train, shape sorter, those are always fun. On top of this big brown cabinet that every teacher knows about, more puppets, Critter Clinic. In here, we have all our assessments on the top shelf, and then all these categorized boxes of toys, of things I can pull. Like if I want to do a center with Baby Doll, I pulled this, take it to my other site. Super easy to keep that organized and all together. My ice cream is there. Play-Doh, Mr. Potato Head. Oh, and I love that my Slippa did this. She put all of the barns, you know, with the animals inside from Learning Resources. They all have a home. Thank you so much, friend. Cars. And then this is a box for a program called Teach Me to Talk that we sometimes do with our students as well. And then all these visuals that actually I need to throw out. I don't use those anymore. So here on this bulletin board are all of my like language little booklets. And then I didn't go over this earlier, but behind my desk, I also have like the big cabinet where, you know, student files and all that, and my assessments are here. So all the protocols to any assessments I have, I actually put in here, and then the test kit is back in that other cabinet. But then some of the more like play-based things where I don't need a whole test kit, the checklists or protocols or stuff are also in there. This is like the classic next to the therapy table dealio. So drawer number one, well, on top, first and foremost, you know, you gotta have some pens, pencils, whatever, to write notes down. Tissues, I will stick a thing of hand sanitizer in here. There is one right here that's nearby, but just in case. A timer, I need to kind of reorganize this. Bubbles are right on top because those are quick, fun things to do. And then little flashcards for our tick are in here as well. The first drawer has stuff that we might use to practice sounds. So for listening to their sounds, there's a microphone back there, some stress balls. These are really nice. I actually got this when I got my car. Little Mini Cooper traffic cone stress thing. Theraputty, and then just quick manipulatives that are always fun. The little jumping frogs, dinosaurs, like all kinds of random stuff. And then drawer number two holds like the Arctic reinforcers. So the classic crocodile, these little things are really fun for getting Arctic trials. I don't get to utilize them a lot, but they are fun. And then these are, I've actually used a lot with kids who are working on any kind of voice, like hypernasality or airflow or things like that, my cleft kids. So that's good. I have tongue depressors back there. And then the bottom drawer is like, you know, noise canceling headphones. Like these are my more sensory things. There's so many sensory things in the room, but these are things my OTs have hooked me up with, so I'm super grateful for that. That's it. The speech room. I hope that was like thorough enough for you. I definitely have a lot of stuff in the speech room, and I'm very grateful for the space that I have here. I know that not everybody has this kind of space. I know that it's you know, this is what I have right now. It doesn't mean it's what I'm gonna have next year, so I'm very grateful for that too. But yeah, that's the speech room. So again, any questions you have, if there's anything you're like, wait, can I see that cabinet again, or that bin, or whatever, like, don't hesitate to ask. I will pop it in a vlog, I'll pop it in a short or a reel or something. So you just let me know what you need. I'm gonna unbox all of the technology I have so I can divvy it up and make sure I take it to the school sites. So something really cool that we were able to get some kind of funding for, or they found funds for us through like reimbursements, was to be able to equip every preschool classroom with some technology. And it's going to be a combination of no tech, low tech. So things like Big Macs, one in each class that we can switch out messages on. So like if the core word of the week is more, then we're going to have this say more, and then have it say more for the whole week that we're working on that word or words. There might be multiple words that we can switch out. So I'm really excited to be able to provide a whole classroom with this. The fun thing is I have to make sure I get all this back at the end of the year. I have a checklist that I have to keep. Like, I think I'm gonna laminate it and keep it in a file folder in a fireproof box in my shoe closet. Who knows? But like, I'm like, I cannot lose this piece of paper because it's literally what everything, where it is, and what I need to make sure I have back by the end of the year. But every class will have a Big Mac. We love a good Big Mac. Every class will have a sequencer, which is kind of like a Big Mac where it's a voice output, but you can sequence out song. Or I think this is really fun too for like gestalts, because you can put like different gestalts for like a specific play-based activity in here. These fun little Go Talk ones I really love. It's like for a single message. And so I love having these for like, we'll put one maybe on the door of the classroom. They're each gonna get 3. They each get 3. Wow, they each get 3. Maybe one on the door to say, let's go outside. Maybe one that says more, maybe one for all done. And then I got one iTalk 2 and one iTalk 4. I think this is, yeah, a 4. So what I'm gonna do is see what the needs of my site are and like go from there. But one is only gonna have 2 messages, one will have 4. So I need to decide how I'm gonna divvy that up. I was even thinking I could just like switch them off like every couple weeks. Sometimes it does get a little overwhelming for me to be like, okay, I have all this stuff and all these ideas, but then I get that analysis paralysis. So this is gonna be a tomorrow thing. I'm not gonna focus on it too much right now. Okay, so I ended up putting border around the window. I don't know why. I just thought, let's try it. It's brown. I don't know how I feel about it. And then, yeah, I did the same to this little bulletin board. It is almost time to head out for the day, and I'm going to an in-home session, which will be super fun. So I'm gonna go fill up my water, go to the restroom, and then we're out of here. All right, got home a couple hours ago. Didn't even get on the camera or get on the vlog. Mark and I went to the pool. It is so hot. It was like 105 at work today. By the time I got home, I think it was like 100 degrees, a little bit cooler here. You know, we joke we're coastal living. But yeah, it felt nice to just like get in the pool and just kind of relax. I did have a fantastic session after work. My little friend was excited to have me be there in person, and just as excited as I was to be there, and showing me all her toys and all of that. So it was really, really awesome. And it felt good to be back to in-person in-home sessions. I haven't done that all summer. It's time to make dinner. I did go to Trader Joe's after work too. I got a couple things. So we got some green beans. I think I'm gonna roast some green beans in the air fryer like I've been doing. Chop up some lettuce or chop up some greens to put in a salad, and then we have chicken made. So we're just gonna make like a nice fresh summer salad, kind of our staple meal. But I do think something that I do enjoy doing is making like roasted sweet potatoes in the air fryer to throw in there, because then when I have those in my work like lunch, it's just so substantial and keeps me full for longer. So I'm gonna do that too. So quickly gonna make dinner. Mark had a little bit more work to do, so I'm gonna take charge of dinner, but he did prep the chicken. So the hard part is done. I get to have fun with some produce, and I love that part of it. So I'm gonna pop in my AirPods, pop on a vlog or something, and make some dinner. like there's something so therapeutic about just popping in my AirPods. I don't know, getting kind of in the zone with cooking and everything and unwinding from the day. It felt really good. But dinner is almost ready, and I know after we eat, I'm honestly probably gonna wanna like just do the regular shower, wind down, maybe read a little bit before bed, but pretty soon it will be bedtime, believe it or not. It stays pretty light out these days. But yeah, we'll eat in probably like 20 minutes or so. I don't know, but I just wanted to say thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm so tired. This heat really wipes me out. I feel like I'm back in Vegas. But I will see you tomorrow for a fun day back at it. So for now, good night. Good morning. I could not decide what to wear this morning, so it's making me kind of late, but I wanted to make sure that I said hello to you. It is the first day with preschoolers, so I'm excited because I'm gonna just go visit the classrooms for a little bit throughout the day and say hi and meet the kids, so that'll be fun. Okay, in the speech room, I'm not even gonna put you on the tripod right now because I just quickly need to put something on my lips. They feel a little dry, but I really wanna go get in. Since I was in the other preschool classroom this morning, I do wanna go see the kids in this morning class that are at this site. And so I think I'm gonna pop in there, just say hi, see how it's going, and then we will commence with the list that has grown. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things I wanna try and get done today. So we'll see how this goes. We have hung out with preschoolers. We have eaten lunch. I'm still working on my coffee, which I think I'm going to sit in here. I'm answering some emails right now. My email was crazy. So I'm getting that all handled, and then also gonna get started on my list. One of the very first things I'll be doing on my list is getting my welcome letters for the speech students that I have in each class. But essentially what it is, it's just a welcome letter introducing myself, contact information, and this is how I approach my speech sessions. Essentially, you know, we push into the classroom, I do pull-out sessions, I want to communicate with you, all of that good stuff. Also a couple tips for working on speech and language at home. So that's all included in there. And so one of my plans for today is to like go through that and make sure I like what it says, or if I need to update anything. Still have files for kids that don't go here anymore. And we have a big SLP meeting tomorrow. And so I know a lot of those SLPs are looking for their students' files. So I'll be gathering all of that to make sure they know who it should be coming from. So I can send those things off through the mail, or I'll go deliver them depending on how many there are. But yeah, that is my general plan for right now. Okay, welcome letters are all copied and ready to be sent off. They are about 2 hours in to the PM session, and I have not checked in to say hi to the PM kids. It's so interesting. I don't know if it's just my perspective or what, but it just feels like transition from summer to the school year has felt very good, I guess is a good way to put it. It's felt fluid. I don't want to say words like easy or flawless or seamless, just because there's life happens and there's bumps, and there's been moments where I start to feel anxious or tense, and this morning I was having one of those moments, like getting ready. I'm finding that when I remind myself to stay in the now, to stay present, it helps me take that breath. Like giving myself those words, like be here now, has been my little mantra. Things have been fun, and I'm very grateful for that. But I am gonna head up to the preschool class. I'm gonna get my glasses, gonna take my jacket off, and let's go meet more friends. Okay, before the day is done, I know I had mentioned I do want to talk to you about scheduling, because I know that is something that every school-based speech pathologist in that first week is kind of thinking about, if not doing. This year, I am down to 2 sites because one, it's going to be much easier to schedule and not get burnt out with the traveling piece. Our classroom sizes, like the amount of students I could have in one given class, has grown a little bit. So it will fill my caseload essentially. So what I'm not doing at that 3rd site is still coming into one of my sites that I currently have. I'm also a part of the AAC, so Augmentative Alternative Communication evaluation team. I'm one of the like 4 or 5 speech pathologists that are able to, when an assessment plan comes in for a device or assistive technology to communicate, I might get assigned that student. So there's a lot to factor in terms of my scheduling for this year. So the way that I've done it, I will have 2 days out of the week at each of my sites. So 2 days here at site A, 2 days at site B. Basically what I'm doing is I'm giving myself the month of August to figure it out. So I already know that either on a Thursday or Friday, I'm gonna have to block out time to do those assessments. So essentially it's like Tuesday at one site, doing both push in and pull out. I'm not going to limit myself to only push in this time around, because I did realize doing it last year, it was a little bit hard to make sure that I was getting the screening time in that I needed to do for students, or like getting that very individual, like those moments with my students, because I was so focused on like my center coming up or whatever. With that, I don't necessarily need to bring a super structured center in, which I'm totally a fan of, like just going and supporting at maybe like dramatic play center, or maybe supporting at a carpet center where it's more open. I can model with core boards and AAC and different things, but I will still do my whole group lesson during circle time once a week. It sounds very confusing, but I'm sitting here looking at it to keep me on track. But essentially it's going to be a little bouncy, but I like the bounce. So I don't tie myself to this schedule. Like kids are absent, I need to be at another site. So if I need to like rearrange things on a weekly basis, I give myself the grace, and I have that mentality now. I didn't have this a couple years ago, but now I'm like, if I need to switch a day, I need to switch a day, and that's all right. And it makes it, honestly, if you like get to that point where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna try this out and I'm gonna let myself get used to it, it makes your job so fun. But you know, I have about 30 minutes left of the day, so I think I'm gonna start to wrap things up, head home. I got improv tonight, so I do want to get home on time today and yeah, relax a little before improv.